Thank you Cringe, Kachingbot, and Revna for the tags, and also thank you to anyone who I might have missed as well. So we got a situation with the VTuber Saruei, and an art contest that she held, and some people that are really not happy with the way things went down. Now, let me say right at the beginning, from what I have seen, she certainly could have handled this better. That said, from what I've also seen, she has admitted that she could have handled it better, so there's that. One more thing too. Another issue people took with her is this Discord moderator that she has, who has allegedly been very short and very aggressive with people who had inquiries about this art contest that she held, and has also been accused of using slurs and stuff like that. So that's the situation that we're going to be discussing in this video. Now let's get to the actual details. One of the main tweets criticizing the art contest, now with over 6,500 likes, is this one from Karu. Here's their full statement if you would like to read it. Essentially, and they even say that this is a long message and they apologize for it, but they were working on art for the contest for around a month, only to find out by watching the entire stream of the contest that they were actually disqualified, and there's not a reason as to why they were disqualified. Karu also provides some suggestions on how to handle this sort of thing better. And as you can see here, and by the way, side note, if you want to read these full messages, feel free to pause the video. Or check out this person's Twitter account. The messages are still up there. But here is Karu now talking with that Discord mod I mentioned, who goes by the name of Darius_. And so in the messages, you can see that Karu is just asking why they were disqualified, to which Darius goes on to criticize the artwork and the anatomy, also saying that there are key signs of someone tracing/copying other art. Karu would add, not only did he dodge my questions, he also directly accused me of tracing my art and insulted it by saying I didn't respect Saurei's character. Are you in agreement with this, Saurei? I just want answers, but right now I don't even know if Darius is talking on your behalf. And the artist Karu also included an email that they sent to Saurei. Now, to be fair to Saurei, I'm sure running a contest like this is complicated and they probably got a lot of messages to handle, but ultimately, if you're going to run a contest like this where you have a bunch of artists making art for your contest, including some that are working like a month or so just on one piece of art for the contest, there should probably be steps in place to better handle this whole sort of thing. And once again, though, let me say that Saurei has issued statements on this and seems to be trying to resolve things as well. We'll get into all that coming up. Another reason Saurei is getting a lot of backlash, however, is a tweet that she made responding to Wi-Fi Thief, where Wi-Fi Thief had a recording of the mod Darius being, well, I'll just read this tweet. Hey Saurei, there's something serious I need to inform you about. It concerns one of your head admins in your Discord. I feel he acted in a very toxic and unprofessional way. I recorded some footage and wrote the whole story on a docs page. I'll put it in the comments. In the clip posted, the mod is using profanity, including slurs, and overall just in my opinion sounding extremely childish. And when Saurei found out about this, apparently this was her response in a now deleted tweet that I'm not going to repeat, but it's there on screen if you want to read it. Now getting into the statements that Saurei has made, she says, don't claim an art contest is just for free art because you didn't win or got disqualified when the prize pool is $5,000. It would also take too much time to message everyone who broke the terms, and they were pretty clear. Deal with it. You win and you lose some in any contest. Some people would respond to this with some inquiries. For example, Cozy saying, just curious, but from all I can tell, Peach Eyeliner streamed almost all of their work live. Was there a reason their art broke the terms they weren't told about? I skimmed through some of their first stream doing line art, and it's pretty clear they weren't just tracing a sketch. To which the response from Saurei was apparently blocking that person. Another person, Dia Riku, said, if you're willing to host an art contest, goes without saying some people might trace. Therefore, you should be willing to also have a system in order to rightfully disqualify. This person kindly asked for a reason, doesn't matter whether the prize pool is $5K or $1, responding that was quick to a block from Saurei. Another person, Ellie, would say, wait, you disqualified someone for drawing you with big breasts, but your banner and half the arts you have gotten for fan art or commissions also have them? Guess she didn't like the truth and posting a picture where that person was also blocked. And there are more examples in the comments of other people also getting blocked, but I don't want to go through reading all of them. Another major tweet criticizing Saurei is this one with over 35,000 likes. Yeah, over 35,000 likes. Says from Minty, seems like a lot of people are interested in my experience applying to be an editor for Saurei. So here's the screenshots, excuse me. Don't harass anyone, please. And if you're looking for an editor, don't tell them you could match their quality with anyone on Fiverr without even seeing their work. So in the screenshots, Minty says, I'm messaging because I saw you were looking for video editors. She says, so I'm looking for someone who can do video editing like the YouTuber Captain Pro or the video editor of 39daf. And I'm also looking for someone who do watch my stream daily to understand the joke and the vibes of my streams. If you can't have these two things, then it's already no. Minty says, I love Daft's editing. I can definitely edit in a similar style. Let me find some example videos that would mesh well with what you're looking for. A little about me. I've been editing YouTube videos and films professionally for over 7 years, and I've worked for streamers in the past, both with guidance from the streamer and independently. Some people like to be more or less involved in the process, you know how it is. I edit using Premiere Pro, After Effects, Audition, Photoshop, and DaVinci Resolve for color correction / color grading if necessary. I value open communication highly, and I implement advice and adapt quickly. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Or if you'd like to know if I have experience with something in particular, I'd be happy to discuss that. She says, "Too much text, I'm sorry, but I don't care." Wow. I need to see the work to approve it. Minty says, "No worries, I'm getting some examples for you now." She says, "Thanks, and also this because you haven't replied to that part. And I'm looking also for someone who do watch my stream daily to understand the joke and the vibes of my streams." Minty says, "I could, yes." She says, "Nah, too late, you could. I'm looking for someone who already does." Minty says, "No worries, I hope you find someone that fits well." She says, "I'm leaving the opportunity to my followers to work with me, so if I wanted a random video editor, I can get one on any other website such as Fiverr and Co." That tweet from Minty getting over 1,500 quote tweets and over 1,400 normal responses, so to speak. Needless to say, a lot of people are giving her backlash for that. Some people are in sheer disbelief. Around an hour and a half later, Minty would add, "I would like to publicly say that Saurei has DM'd me and apologized, and it was a very sincere and well thought out apology. Like I said before, please don't harass her because of this. We talked and I forgave her. I should have started with that instead of posting." So that kind of sounds like Saurei had already resolved that situation and apologized to this person before they made that tweet. I'm not entirely sure, but that's something to keep in mind. Going back to the responses from Saurei, she would add on to the one earlier saying, "Regarding this tweet, I'm going to take it as an opportunity to learn as well. I did not publicly accuse anyone of tracing, and that was not the only reason they could be disqualified. In my next art contest, I will make sure to arrange some way of contacting those disqualified." So I do think it's good that she's taking this as an opportunity to learn from the things that went wrong. And then she issued this longer statement saying, "Even though the issue between my mod and the artist was solved privately, I'm taking this all as a way to improve our relationships with you. Going forward, we will both interact more positively with the community and be more conscious of our actions. I've also spoken with Darius privately, and he acknowledged and apologized for this inconsiderate way he treated the artist. The contest was meant to be a fun opportunity to engage with the community and get your art out there for everyone to see and potentially win some pretty good prizes. I took my time to go through nearly all of the other submissions and give feedback on them, and had a great time with my viewers. However, I still failed to execute it to the best of my ability and ended up hurting a number of people. For this, I am very sorry, as I love my community and fellow artists. As stated in my last tweet, for any future contests, we will have new guidelines to better meet the concerns that you all have voiced. Still, this issue and many of the responses hurt me deeply, and it feels as though many people forget we are human on the other side of the screen. It is not okay to send death threats or other harassment. We all make mistakes, but it is important to grow and learn from them. So I'd like all of us to be able to move on and chase new opportunities together." I will say it sounds a little iffy hearing her say to remember that there's people on the other side of the screen when she was apparently telling people that she doesn't care what they have to say and or telling them to suck a you-know-what. But I like to think that she really is learning from all this and she will move forward in a more positive light. Now, the public reception to this statement has been a bit mixed. It got over 1,400 quote tweets and a lot of people are not so happy with the response, the statement rather. But compared to that, it still did get over 3,700 likes. Now, she did lock the responses, so there's no normal responses to take a look at, only the quote tweets, so we will take a look at some of those. These are just some right at the top from when I clicked the button, and one says, "Nope, protected replies, nice job artesian builds." Another says, "I don't know about y'all, but I hate when one person is very obviously in the wrong and pulls the 'we all make mistakes' card." Another says, "We Frenchies do not claim her." Pathetic and unprofessional. Is this short enough for you, Saruei? Ayo, if you think this apology was genuine and not just the worst damage control you've ever seen, you should probably unfollow me, LMAO. Such an ingenuine, empty apology. The people you've hurt deserve so much better than this, and it's clear to me you've wrote this only to save face. Disappointing for the people that have had to deal with your rude and frankly entitled behavior. Do better. And another says, "And they were my favorite artists too, I'm disappointed." I believe this person is kind of mocking the way Saurei treated that one editor, saying, "Too many words, don't care." Now, I want to emphasize something here. I'm not just looking for negative responses in these quote tweets. You can see this for yourself if you go to this tweet. Like, it's just The quote tweets are negative. I'm scrolling looking to see a positive one, and I'm not really seeing any positive one in the quote tweets. But again, let me point out that the statement still did get over 3,700 likes. It seems Saurei is trying to do more than just issue those statements. However, she retweeted Karu, the artist from the beginning who had that whole Discord situation with Darius, where Karu talks about having a 60-minute long Discord call with Saurei about what happened, saying that Saurei had reached out to her herself and that they are in the process of trying to make things right. She would then also retweet another tweet from Karu and one from Minty as well, where Minty basically praises Saurei for the way she's handling the situation now. On the flip side, there are still some people unhappy with the way she's handling the situation, basically saying that she's just retweeting people trying to defend her. And going back to Saurei's mod Darius, Karu also mentioned that Darius reached out to her and issued an apology privately. Darius's Twitter account is also in protected mode, so I can't see what statements he may have made on all this stuff, including the use of slurs and just like insulting people in the Discord server. And what people were saying was just highly unprofessional behavior. No idea if he said anything about that. Unfortunately, it seems Saruei has also been getting the classic threats of the death variety, which is always a very lame thing for people to do. They should not do that. However, it sadly does not surprise me at all. I've seen people getting those sort of threats over characters they ship, so not surprised they do it in this situation. But again, it's always very lame and it shouldn't happen. Ultimately, I really hope that Saurei did not have any malicious intentions with this whole contest, and that if anything, she had good intentions with it. That's what I'm hoping. On a positive note, she probably also learned that blocking and insulting people who are giving her reasonable feedback on some of the mistakes that she made, that such a approach is probably not the best one. So I'll leave it there and we will see if things move forward in a more positive light. As always, thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you there and tomorrow for the next segment.